guys, welcome to a new video, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to fame farm and how to get to white star in an easy fashion. Now of course it's still going to take a lot of work, but I can give you some easy steps if you don't want to do all that research into what fame bonuses you need and have to achieve. And I'm just going to give you the way I white star my accounts. So of course this is my third white star account. Well, the third account that I'm going to white star. So I already have two accounts that are white star, Pixel XU and then my Kansu account are both white star. And then this is my third account, which is a private account, which I hope no one will ever find. But yeah, this is a private account, and what we're going to do here is I only have one more star left. So 69 stars, I need 70 stars to get white star. So my last class is ninja. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on the ninja, and then I'm going to show you all the steps I do to get ready to fame farm. Okay, so after choosing the class that you want to fame farm on to get to white star with, or 5 stars with at least, go ahead and take off your weapon and your ability to make sure that you don't lose any accuracy randomly firing around, since that comes in handy later when we talk about our fame bonuses. And then ability also comes in handy when you talk about your fame bonuses. And then you want to hop into the pet yard and get your pet from there. That is really essential, since in the train, which I'm going to talk about later, it's going to allow you to heal once you get hit, and yeah, pretty much everything that it normally does for you. So now what you want to do is go to EU North 2 where the train is, and then if you get a private train, you are invited to the private trains, or you have access to someone who knows where the private train is, you can go there. But here is the public train, which is Beholder. And what a train is a bunch of people just line up and then start walking around Godlands, farming gods so that everybody else can gain fame really quickly. And here I will show you what it looks like. So here, as I explained before, tons of people walking around, and you just sit here, let everybody else do the work. Well, that's what you need to do if you want to fame farm, since you don't want to lose accuracy. Get to level 20. So now there are concerns with the gear, but what I like to do is level 20, sitting in the train without putting on any gear. That way I don't risk losing any of my gear, and then once I get to level 20, then I equip gear. Now the gear that you equip is really essential, and you have to choose the right gear to suicide with. So I'm going to be talking about that later, and how to choose your gear and how to get your gear. Now that we've hit level 20, you can't really tell here, but I am level 20 now with 18 fame, and we are going to talk about 3 things that are most important to getting your white star or your 5 stars on your specific class. So those 3 things are the amount of fame you want to suicide at, the fame bonuses you want to have while you're suiciding, and then the gear you want to have when you're suiciding for the fame bonus. And those are the key components of suiciding and fame training for your white star. So first of all, my gear will be these. So your gear doesn't have to be specifically these, but mine is a 3% Salju, a 3% Hippogriff, and a 3% Ring of Paramount Speed, and that adds up to 9%. And that is a relatively low fame bonus in terms of weapons. So now I'm going to talk about this. When you suicide with these items, what you do is you add up all the percentages, and that's how much percentage of your base fame that you get added to your character. Now all these calculations with the fame bonuses you don't have to worry about. I will leave a link to in my description to a website where it calculates your fame as long as you put in all the bonuses that you have, and then all of the gear you have, and the percentages, and how much base fame you have, and everything. Just, it will calculate it for you. Go ahead and scroll down to those links, and then it will take you to that. But pretty much what I would say is the minimum percentage that you want for your gear is around 9% added up together. So if you see here, I am missing a shuriken since I didn't have time to get one. But what you guys can do if you aren't able to afford these items is you can have a lower tier Salju, lower tier armor, lower tier ring, but you can have an extra star, and that would still get you to 9. So at the minimum, I'd say you want around a 9% fame bonus, so you don't have to spend it an extra amount in the fame train that you don't want to spend, because fame train is pretty boring. So those are the fame bonus items, and then the gear that you want. So just keep in mind all these things can be purchased in US West 3 for around def to 3 def, and you can get your fame bonus items pretty easily. Just farm the Godlands for def and then attack and speed and just buy these items. So as I showed before, you wanted to take away your weapon and your ability, and those are for the sole reasons of mundane, which means not firing your ability once, and then accuracy, which you want to keep your shots to a minimum so that you can easily farm your accuracy later with the tutorial turrets that I will get into as well after I have gained all my fame. And what you want to do is, if you have these two that you want to suicide with, what you need to do is just bring it down here to an inventory slot so that you don't accidentally use these two. I accidentally earlier just fired a shot, so I'll be accuracy farming for a little bit longer. And another fame bonus you want to have is Friend of the Cubes. Now, if you don't use your weapon ever, then that's not going to be a problem because you won't be firing at cubes in the first place since your weapon isn't even there, so you don't have to worry about that. And you do want to have accuracy bonuses, which I will get into later how to farm, but you want to have an above 70% or 90% accuracy, but that should be easily attainable. Then you want Killer of the Gods and Slayer of the Gods or something like that. There are two bonuses related with the gods, but basically what you want to do is not fire at anything other than gods. So you want to kill one god and then just never kill another monster, because what happens is you need around 50 to 70% god kills in terms of all of your kills, and if you only kill one god and nothing else, that would be 100%, and you definitely get your fame bonus. So that's something I will show you later, but what you want to do right now is just keep it down here and then go get your fame. So right now, since I have 9% and I've calculated, I need 670 fame. So what I'm going to do is get to 670 fame, and then we'll talk about what we want to do at 670 fame. Now, something I thought of, when you fame train, it's going to be really boring. You're just going to be sitting here, and it's going to take a few weeks of constant training every day. But a good idea to keep in mind is you can watch YouTube or shows or anime in the background if you really want to. That will increase the chance that you will die, but it will make fame training a lot more enjoyable, and sometimes I actually enjoy fame training because I get to watch my favorite shows and my anime and YouTube videos. Also, something I forgot to mention earlier is something that I always will forget. Be sure to drop all of your pots. You don't want to drink a single pot at all unless it's on the ground already, then you can drink it. But if it's from your inventory or from this slot, do not drink it because that gets rid of the fame bonus thirsty, and that is really important. So also don't drink it, and instead throw it away and ensure that you don't have gold purchases on so that you can make sure that you don't drink any pots whatsoever. Make sure of that, and don't drink any consumables as well. Okay, so now we've hit 671 fame, base fame, as you see over here, and now that means that we can suicide. And so before we do so, there are a few steps that we have to take, and then we're going to go over all the fame bonuses that you need to be able to hit 2000 fame for 5 stars, and keep in mind you have to do this 14 times in order to hit white star. So right after hitting 670 fame, or the required fame for you to get 2000 fame with the added bonuses, now you're going to equip your weapon that you put in your inventory earlier to keep safe, and now you're going to kill exactly one god and nothing else. Now after killing it, put it back into your inventory. That ensures that you get the Slayer of the Gods and Enemy of the Gods bonus. Next, what you're going to have to do is go to Nexus and then type /tutorial, and then you want to farm the turrets for accuracy. These give you accuracy, and then you can get the fame bonuses accurate, sharpshooter, and sniper. After that, you should be done for getting your fame bonuses. But before you go suicide, you want to check how much fame you are going to get by checking the fame bonuses that you have acquired already. So here's a little checklist for you that you can listen to while you're about to suicide. First of all, thirsty. Have you drank a potion at all on this character? If so, then you're going to have to farm more fame. If not, that means you have gotten the fame bonus thirsty. Now keep in mind you can still drink potions from the ground. Next on the list is mundane. This should be easily attainable as long as you just keep your ability off and maybe set your special ability hotkey to some random obscure button. But make sure you do not shoot your ability. If you have shot your ability, then you're going to have to fame farm a little bit more. Enemy of the Gods and Slayer of the Gods. As you saw before, you kill one god and nothing else. What you need to do is make sure that the only thing you kill is a god, ensuring that you have the highest percentage of god kills to monster kills ratio. So make sure you only kill one god and don't kill anything else. If you killed anything else, you're going to have to farm a little bit more of the gods. Accurate sharpshooter sniper, make sure you farm the tutorial turrets, and that will ensure that you get high accuracy. And then the last one you want to make sure you have is friend of the cubes. Now if you haven't shot, like I told you not to shoot, to keep your accuracy high, this shouldn't be a problem since you shouldn't be shooting cubes in the first place. But if you have accidentally shot a cube on the beach or something like that, then you're going to have to farm a little bit more fame. But that's pretty much the checklist. I will be putting the link to the anti-cosmic block spot, which is a fame calculator, and it's easy to use. Everything is right there for you to look at. But now we're going to suicide. I'm going to show you that you do in fact get to 2000 fame. So now we are going to suicide our character. And the fame calculator says that I will be getting 2018 fame, so that remains to be seen. But now let's go suicide our character. Let's find a random. Alright, 2000. And there we have it. We have 2018 fame. Our accuracy was 188 and our base fame was 671, and all of these accuracy and fame bonuses will add you up all the way to 2018 in my case, but it should just get you over 2000 fame. So keep in mind you do want to get 14 characters to 5 stars, meaning over 2000 fame. Alright, so my third account is now White Star, and I have officially hit White Star. So yeah, it just shows you this is an easy way to get to White Star. Just fame train and get all the bonuses suicide. So I hope this helped you out if you really want to get to White Star, but you're not quite sure how to get the fame bonuses and not quite sure what steps to take. Hope this helps a lot. I honestly just wanted to help everybody out here. But yeah, pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed this video. There's Stayback. And be sure to comment and like and subscribe if it helped you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.